Hey everyone, it's Erica. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a layout for the Bella Boulevard creative team using the brand new Time to Travel collection. This is my second layout with this collection and I'm having so much fun documenting with this new collection. It's so pretty, lots of fun, bright colors, adorable icons, and I think it's just perfect for all of your adventures. So I pulled out some of my favorite papers and also brought in one of the Bella Besties because I wanted a little more pink to go into my layout. So I pulled in one of the hearts and ombre in, I believe it's bubblegum. And then I'm also going to be using a stamp from Close to My Heart, and I'll leave it linked down below, called Perfectly Imperfect Patterns. And my idea was to create a large center design. So I'm going to take this large foam tape from Thermoweb and just trace a few circles using a thin pen from LA Studio. And I'm just taking the circle, I placed it in the center, then I traced it once, moved it to the left just a little bit, traced it again, and then moved it to the right just a little bit, traced it again, and then I think I do trace it a fourth time as well. So you'll see I have some lines there in the center. I'm going to take some black ink. I have the splatter stamp sets on my ink block, and I'm just going to go around the circles and just stamp out these two stamp sets all over until I complete the circle. I love this splatter stamp. I think it's great because it gives you that look of black splatters, but you have total control of where you want the splatters to go. So I think this is a great stamp set. It has some like watercolor strokes in there as well, in different shapes and sizes. So I think this is a really fun stamp set. So I will leave it linked down below if you're interested in it. I am going to be using one of the new Bella Boulevard cutouts called I Love Travel, and backing it with some of my favorite papers from this collection, and then also one of the Bella Besties. I wanted to really use this black and white paper, the stripe. I love black and white stripes, so of course this paper has my heart. I absolutely love it. So I wanted to use it on this cutout. So I'm just adding some adhesive to the cut file and getting the pieces backed. When I back my cut file or cutouts, I will turn the cutout over and also turn over the pattern paper that I'm using, trace the inside of the cutout, and then cut around my trace line, leaving a little bit of a border. That way you can adhere it to the back of the cut file. Just trimming it out and then using this thin tipped glue to adhere it to the back. These cutouts from Bella Boulevard also come with a template, so you can easily trace and cut your template and then cut out the shapes. It's super simple and it has the instructions in there on how to do that. What I love about these is they're great to take if you are going to a crop or you're going to a friend's house. If you don't have a cutting machine but you love the look of the cutouts, these cutouts are just perfect. And they're a great price point. And also it is cut out on some thick, smooth white cardstock. So if you have not tried them, I highly suggest. There are a ton of them to choose from, and you get a few cuts in each package. So there was a new travel one released with this collection, and then another cutout released with the Tiny Tots 2.0 collection. So I have the cutout all backed and I have foam adhesive all over the back of it. So I just pull the center piece of adhesive off, and I'll just remove one of the sections and remove some of the sticky and then stick it down to the layout. And then I go through and remove some of the other backer pieces, but I'm just going to remove one more piece here, and then I will leave the corner pieces on, and then once I get my photos and all my embellishments down, I'll go back through and remove some of the backer pieces. This just makes it easy in case I need to move that cut file around. It's easy to pull it up and move it around. So I'm going to back or mat these photos on a couple different pattern papers. I'm going to use this black and white stripe one, and then also that hearts and ombre there to the left. I'm going to use that to back or mat the photos on, just to add a little bit of color to the back of the photos. These are some older photos. from a trip we took to San Antonio years and years ago. But this is one of my favorite trips that we took down there. And the kids were so little. It was Drake, Gavin, Grant, and Alyssa. And we hadn't had Liam or Eli yet. And we stayed down there for like 3.5 weeks, and we didn't want to leave. We were having so much fun. I thought it would be fun to document them with this collection. Just adding some foam adhesive behind the photos and then tucking one there in the center left and then one up here at the top right. And then I have some fussy cut florals that I cut out of the floral paper. It's called Backroads. It's probably my favorite pattern paper from this collection, close to the black and white stripe paper, which a black and white stripe I'm always going to pick because I absolutely love, but the floral paper is super pretty. So I did fussy cut some of these florals out, and I'm going to create 3 different floral clusters that I can kind of use to as like a jumping off spot to create my clusters. So I have the 3 floral clusters there, and then I'm going to start to pull out some of the other embellishments. I have this tab here that I'm going to trim up and then add to the top of the photo there at the right. And that's where I'll put in some typed journaling up there as well. Just type out spring break and cut it out and add that to the top. I have that circle there with a camera that I'm going to pop up with some foam. And then I'm just going to start to tuck things in here and there. It's really, really simple, but I love the way that this came out. I love a center, like a large circular center design. So creating this fun splattered background I thought was really fun, and then taking the cut file and placing it in the center. My photo size is about 2.5 by 2.5, and then I do have those mats that are just a little bit larger. They're just tiny mats. You can barely see them peeking out, but I just wanted a little color behind the photos. So 2.5 by 2.5, and then the mats. So I print my photos at home most of the time, and I use the Pick Frame app to get the smaller photos, and I print them out on a 4x6 piece of matte photo paper. I will leave links to everything down below, like the printer paper that I use. I purchased that off of Amazon, and any apps or anything that I use, I will leave it linked down below if you're interested. So just going through and adding in some more embellishments. I did place that large Bella Pop sun on the A, and I took it off, but I will go in and put it back. You'll see that in the finished, the still shots that I have at the end. Creating some floral cluster or embellishment clusters, and I have a little tab there to the center photo, and I'm going to add this little black puffy trinket to the center of that tab. And then down here by the L, I'm going to create a little cluster of embellishments as well, using these fussy cut florals from the Backroads pattern paper. So I'll use some of these fussy cut florals, and I will also pop in one of the puffy stickers from the Time to Travel collection, and it's just going to be a aqua heart or aqua flower that I tuck in there as well. And then I have a die cut heart from the ephemera pack that I will tuck in there behind the flowers. Have this cute little cactus that I thought was cute, so I'm going to adhere him there to the photo on the left. And then I will also pop up a fussy cut floral to the bottom left corner of that photo on the left next to that cactus. Just going through and just adding in embellishments. I have this banner that says the best memories, and I'm going to place that in the center and pop it up on some foam adhesive. I'll have still shots for you guys at the end and all the links down below. I hope you enjoyed this layout and you will give this design a try. Head on over and check out the full collection. I'll leave it linked down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. If you share a project using Bella Blvd products, make sure that you tag them on social media so they can check it out. I will see you guys soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.